Good evening, everybody. Once again, this is a UFC 160 post-fight recap with Bear Thunder Heart. And tonight, well, the heavyweight championship was on the line, and wow, what a way to kick off Memorial Day weekend. And so, before I go read the fight card and the results, I just wanted to basically take the time to wish our brave men and women who go out and fight for what they believe to be our freedoms. I mean, of course, many of them, yes, they are fighting for what they feel is right in their hearts, and at the same time, even though they're being manipulated by, the government and people within the corruption of our government, anybody who's awake who knows what I'm talking about, but at least, the men and women from the ages that have fought and gave their lives and sacrificed themselves for their betterment for not only the United States but for the world. I just want to make the time to thank all of you for doing this. So keep up the great work, and like I said, hopefully as long as we have people like you keep fighting for what you believe in, we're going to continue to have more. We're going to have better lives. Let's put it that way. Better lives for ourselves and for the rest of the world. So anyways, I'm going to get going with the reading of the event 160, so here you go. Now, Jeremy Stephens versus Estevan Payan, and the winner is Jeremy Stephens via unanimous decision. Brian Bowles versus George Roop, and the winner is George Roop via TKO. Excellent fight right there. George Roop just caught up to him. Brian Bowles got a little, I believe, too aggressive. George Roop just had his night and had his good targeting and a good striking distance. So excellent job on George Roop. Stephen Thompson versus Nah-Shon Burrell, and the winner is Stephen Thompson via unanimous decision. Now, Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Abel Trujillo, and the winner is Khabib Nurmagomedov via unanimous decision. So excellent job on his part. And Colton Smith versus Robert Whittaker, and the winner is Robert Whittaker via TKO victory in the third round finally. Despite his unorthodox style, Colton Smith's aggressiveness got too much to him. Sure, he's obviously a grappler, learning to be a striker, and he's getting better at it, but Robert Whittaker is a seasoned striker. There's a difference, see? And the seasoned striker outstruck him, gave him a TKO victory, despite his unusual style and his unique style, so congratulations. And Dennis Bermudez versus Max Holloway, and the winner is Dennis Bermudez via a split decision. And Mike Pyle versus Rick Story, and the winner is Mike Pyle via a split decision. Now, of course, I saw all these fights in the main card of the pay-per-view event. So, then of course, the first one was Donald Cerrone versus KJ Noons. All right, got it. And the winner is Donald Cerrone via unanimous decision. Let's just be honest. KJ Noons came in, like a kickboxer, did some good strikes and everything else. But and it was the first time in the octagon, so I'm sure he had the jitters and various other things like that. But of course, Donald Cerrone is a veteran in the octagon by now, so he knew what he was doing. And so, there was a lot of striking back and forth in the first round. And then Donald Cerrone, of course, was able to not only was able to outstruck him, but even able to take him down. Actually, what happened was KJ was hitting him with some good strikes, but then what mistake that he made was I think he went a little bit too slow when he was trying to throw that high knee, that flying knee. Of course, Cerrone caught him and took him down and started to ground and pounding him and attempted to submit him. And that happened until, of course, the second round. Not the second round. That happened in the second round, but it happened until the third round. Excuse me. The third round when this happened, it was just the same thing. Of course, KJ Noons got so tired, he was moving too slowly. Donald Cerrone kept on going with the punches, even though he was backing up, but he was throwing some good jabs and kicks and so forth. And of course, what happened was Donald Cerrone was able to take him down and really had him down for a long time. This time in the third round, grounding and pounding him, busting him up, blooding him up all over with elbows and side controls and all kinds of stuff. I mean, Donald Cerrone really was on game. I mean, so there's no doubt about it. So KJ Noons was defeated, and Donald Cerrone has gone on to a decision unanimous. So congratulations. Now, Gray Maynard, former lightweight contender, lightweight championship contender, went against T.J. Grant, and the winner is T.J. Grant via TKO in the very first round. I mean, wow. I mean, let's be honest. Not too many people thought that T.J. Grant was going to do anything to Gray Maynard. Hardly anybody has really knocked out Gray Maynard, and very few people have. And now T.J. Grant can say he's one of them because that's what happened. See, what happened was Gray Maynard came at him with like a ball of fire, and started hitting T.J. Grant. But T.J. Grant was like, "Come on, let's see what you got. Come on." And he was very confident, telling him, "Come on, throw some more." And wow, then it paid off because he threw some more, but T.J. Grant finally was able to catch him, and I finally was able to not only throw some nice, good couple of combinations, but he also threw a nice jab where it actually hit him in the head, went down, and then that's when he finally went after him. He went to the fence. He tried to escape. He kept on throwing punches. He even threw a nice left knee to the chin, to the jaw. Right there, and that's when he stunned him some more, and that's when he wailed on him, and that's when he went down. The referee called the fight, and so TKO victory, excellent TKO victory on T.J. Grant. Wow! Now T.J. Grant has opened up some eyes tonight, and I'm gonna tell you something. Now he should be able to get a shot at Benson Henderson's title. Why not? I mean, he deserved it, so give it to him. Why not? Let's see a good fight. Let's see some fresh guys going against the champion. And that's what that's what is kind of needed anyway. I mean, Gray Maynard has been there before. He had a chance. He didn't necessarily take advantage of it when he fought Frankie Edgar twice. Actually for the title anyway. Even though technically he fought him 3 times, and of course Frankie Edgar's first loss back in the day. But the point is, Gray Maynard was an odds favorite tonight, but T.J. Grant just showed the world, hey, I'm ready now. It's my time. Give me a shot, and let's see what happens when the time comes. So, anyway, T.J. Grant, congratulations. Excellent victory. And Glover Teixeira versus James Te-Huna. And the winner is Glover Teixeira via a submission with a guillotine choke. I mean, basically what it all boils down to, Glover Teixeira and James Te-Huna went at it, but it was Glover Teixeira who really did excellent some strikes and got to a point. I mean, he was so on point. James Te-Huna was such a great fighter, but Glover Teixeira went to another level, and not to mention, and of course, not only did he struck him and put him down, he even had him in a guillotine, had him up like this, and then that's when he decided to finally go to the guard, scissored him, body scissored him as a guard, and actually locked it in, and then turned it to the side, where the arm that he had locked in was trapped to a point on the side, and he had no choice but to tap him out. So, wow, excellent victory, and it was really glad to see the respect that he gave to not only Chuck Liddell, the one that he helped train him, but also to former boxing heavyweight champion Mike Tyson. So great to see Mike Tyson at ringside, great to see Chuck Liddell at ringside, and it was really great to see Mike Tyson, show some support to Glover. So that really puts a real big feather in the cap as far as what do I say this? As far as like endorsement is concerned, basically endorsement. I mean, when Mike Tyson endorses you, it usually means something big. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing for Glover. So congratulations, and he's just gonna climb up his way now. He's just gonna climb up. So I'd like to see him against John Jones at some point, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, in the co-main event, as Junior Dos Santos versus Mark Hunt, and the winner is Junior Dos Santos via knockout near the end of the 3rd round. I mean, wow. I mean, that was a pretty good fight overall. I mean, sure, it wasn't the great. It wasn't like a knockout, drag out too much. But when they both hit, it counted. I mean, when Dos Santos hit, it counted. When Mark Hunt hit, it counted. But it all boils down to it. I mean, in the first round too, especially Junior Dos Santos just went over to over the head right, like he did to Cain Velasquez, and hit Mark Hunt, stunned him, knocked him to the floor. I thought the fight was over in that first round, but Mark Hunt weathered that storm, and of course he kept on hitting. He threw some good left punches, he threw some good right hands, and even cut Mark Dos Santos a little. I mean, no, Junior Dos Santos a little bit. Mark Hunt did some punches and did some damage, but then Mark Hunt got some damage too. But then at the end, what happened was Mark Hunt started getting too slow. Junior Dos Santos was a little bit too fast and too loose. He was still too loose, despite the fact he was getting hurt. He threw some good jabs to Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt was slowing down tremendously. And then, of course, but Mark Hunt, whenever he get a chance, he got to land some shots. So a lot of it he missed too. A lot of the haymakers that he swung missed too, and wasted a lot of energy. That wastes a lot of energy when you throw strikes and you don't land. That's just how it is, especially in the heavyweight division. And of course, in the third round, it was pretty much the same thing. Mark Hunt trying to make things happen, and he just kept getting outstruck and outstruck, even though he was able to throw some leg kicks and some spins and so forth. But where it all boils down to the very end, speaking of spinning something, Junior Dos Santos did not only a spin back fist, but also a spin hook kick. But actually, rather than catching him in the heel of the hook, he actually caught Mark in the top of the head on the calf of the leg. But it was long and fast enough to knock Mark Hunt down. And then on top of that, West Junior Sullivan hit him a couple times. Referee stopped the fight. It was an excellent knockout victory. And this was the first time he threw a kick like that in the octagon. That was a big time risk near the end of the third round against a very dangerous guy named Mark Hunt, but he pulled it off nicely. Awesome technique on Junior Dos Santos' part. And you know what? I want to see him fight Cain Velasquez again. I mean, I can't believe. I mean, I'd like to see him fight Cain Velasquez. And speaking of that, let me go on to the main event, as Cain Velasquez went against Antonio Bigfoot Silva, and the winner, and still the UFC heavyweight champion via TKO victory, Cain Velasquez. I mean, it's no big secret. When Cain Velasquez went, the bell rang. They measured each other up. They measured each other through a few techniques and so forth. And then when he got too close to a point, that's when Cain Velasquez wasted no motion, threw some nice two combination, and actually his right hand really rocked Bigfoot Silva. Bigfoot Silva went down. Cain Velasquez went pounding him. He wasn't defending himself, but then we see Bigfoot Silva thought he was going to escape, but what he did, he dropped his hand. That's when Cain went and he went for the kill. That's when he really went out. And he went and he wailed him again. And Yamasaki, the referee, called a stop to the fight. And so now Cain Velasquez is still the UFC heavyweight champion of the world. So excellent job by Cain Velasquez. And like I said, I can't wait to see a rematch now between Cain Velasquez and Junior Dos Santos one more time. And let's see who's really the best heavyweight in the world in the UFC right now. So anyways, that's pretty much it for UFC 160. I mean, this is a pretty good, it was alright event overall. And like I say, what a way to kick off Memorial Day weekend. So, but speaking of that, just remember, celebrate responsibly, and just be grateful and be appreciative for all the things that we have right now. And let's continue to make a stand for things when need be. So, any event, take care, and I'll talk to you guys another time. Healing, it is all that is.